order to be concerned about my family's affairs, my country's affairs, the world's affairs, and all affairs. The more concern one has, the more true feeling one has. Rene Descartes said, I think, therefore I exist. This is called reasoning. I say, I'm concerned, therefore my mind exists, unquote. Since then, the informal meeting, the Concerned Mighty Party, has continued with different generations of Dr. Wu's students for over 27 years. And this is the first time we are meeting at CIIS, and the invitation has been extended to the entire community. Before we start, we are very happy to have Director of ACS, Dr. Goodman, to say some words for us. Thank you.
Thank you. I made a joke telling Professor Wu that although it is scheduled that he will give a lecture, perhaps there won't be time because so many people want to say how grateful they are to him for all of the books that he's written, for all of the PhD and MA students that he's mentored, and for the growing community in the Bay Area and in Taiwan and in People's Republic of China who know of his work far and wide. And so I want to thank all of his friends for coming out today. I'm going to say just a very few words, and then I'm going to introduce our president, Joe Subiando, who said that I'm to say that he's going to say a few words. And then Joe will introduce our departmental chair, Robert McDermott, who said he only wants to say a few words. And then I'm going to ask Robert to invite Jim Ryan, who I've had the privilege of serving with in Asian Studies, who also wants to say a few words. So those are a few words. I remember as if it were yesterday that Dr. Wu, our emerita professor, Rita Surkar, Jim Ryan, and myself participated in a humanities-wide course on the difference between wisdom and knowledge. Remember? Yeah. Then we all had a great time. And various Sanskrit and Pali and Chinese and Tibetan texts could be referred to and translated. And I would like to say, on a very hopeful note, that there's a kind of renaissance in interest in Asian studies in the Bay Area and worldwide. And I want to thank Dr. Wu for being really a Taoist, Confucius, Buddhist, comparativist, integralist colleague who for the last very short 36 years has been delighting students and faculty here. So with that, I'd like to introduce our president, Dr. Joe Subiando.
Thank you, Stephen. And he did emphasize a few words, and so I'm really going to keep it few. But first of all, I just want to express appreciation and thank you to you. Not that this is the end, because you will be continuing as adjunct professor, and so we're going to be counting on you. But I want to thank you for extraordinary service. 36 years of teaching at CIIS. That is all through our history. And it's extraordinary what our history has been. And you are an important part of that history. And where we are today, and as we look at the improvements that have been made over the years, you are an important part of that improvement. And just in terms of teaching and then scholarship, 30 books, all of the work that you have done, and the credibility that you have given the Institute as we launch our China initiative, and as we talk very much about having more students from China coming here, and when we can say of your reputation and of who you are and how you're part of our community, it has made so much of a difference because of that credibility. So on a very personal and also very much on a professional and a community level, I want to say my deepest appreciation to you for the modeling that you have done of teaching, scholarship, and service. I cannot think of anyone who models that more than you have. Thank you so much. And Robert McDermott is here somewhere. There he is. And he would also like to say a few words.
So you know that we're always talking about our institution, especially to other people who might be interested in what we do. And so it's important to have in mind a few words about what is it essentially that we do that's so distinctive. And when I think of that, I think of Dr. Wu's two hands, Confucian and Taoist interior and social collaboration, cooperation, and in a certain sense, we in this institute community are trying to develop our interior, our journey, our sense of meaning and distinctive sort of spiritual essence, but also then to serve the world, to serve each other and to serve the world. And so when I think of us, or when I think of you, Dr. Wu, I always think of these two sides, right? I know you have more than two sides, but I think of two sides as being, and you in the middle, balancing, like the good Chinese scholar that you are. So I just add my little few words of thanks and congratulations to your great work. Great, thank you.
I don't need the microphone.
Jim, it's for the video.
For the video? Oh, so I must use the microphone. Okay. Let's see if I can do it. This may be, I may have to sit down. I will sit down. I can't do it standing up. My stability. I decided to horn my way into this and say my a few words because I've known my good friend and really he described our department like a family, you know. Really, we had the most harmonious department as philosophy and religion, and then as Asian and comparative studies, I think, of any of the programs at the Institute. It's been such a great pleasure to work with Dr. Wu. New research shows, of course I have to go into my mental archives, that Dr. Wu probably is the longest standing faculty member at the Institute. Tanya Wilkinson started 1 year earlier than he did, but I believe that she took a hiatus of a couple of years. So I think you were number one, and I ended up being number two. I think you came in 1980, and I came in 1981. Let me say some things that I know that other people don't know, and I'll embarrass. He always says, "Why is it Steve, Jim, and Dr. Wu?" Oh, we just do that. So I might slightly embarrass him, but I wanted to say things that I know that nobody else knows. Number one, of course, we know that all through these years, our Asian Studies component has had smaller classes than most of the other classes at the Institute. But Dr. Wu, I know, is the signatory as chair of more PhDs than any other person at the Institute. And I'll tell you why that is. Because though there may be smaller numbers of students who come into the master's program, they want to follow him through to the end. And they want to keep studying with him, and they can't stop. That's just the fact of it, besides the 30 books. Really, and of course the other reason they stay around is because he's the real deal in Chinese philosophy. He's a gift to Chinese philosophy. There are, on this one hand, probably there are not more than this many people who have the status and stature of Dr. Wu in the field of Chinese philosophy in the world. This is just the fact of it. A little anecdote, because the thing is that meaning it's a real deal, it means that, you know, what does he say? If you force, he says, I'm Confucian, but the Buddhist and the Taoist are there. I tell a little incident that's maybe slightly embarrassing to Dr. Wu, but speaks to the core of the way I have always seen him as someone walking his talk. When I was chair of the department some years back, we were going to get new desks at the Ashbury Street building. We were all quite happy about it. Brand new shiny desks, and Dr. Wu was working on a very small little desk like this big, an old wooden desk that we dug up from the basement of this demographically eliminated Catholic school that he was using. So I said to him, Dr. Wu, please, we got this wonderful new desk. We want to do it, and he said, you know, I like this desk. Simplicity at its core. I think it was a lesson to me for sure. You know, okay, thank you so much for all the time. I know you're going to be around for a good long time, and you will keep going. And so I know I won't not see you, but it's been a great pleasure to be your colleague for so long.
That's the shortest we could possibly make it. Okay, and now please help me welcome our esteemed colleague, revered teacher, and lover of all things Chinese, Professor Yi Wu.
Have no more few words. Then I don't need a speech. Okay, thank you everybody gave me few words. But in Chinese proverbs, just one word can make a country arise. 一年一兴邦. So you give me so many words. So make me go too high, but no foundation, no reality, I will fall down. So before I think just consume my tea party, just a few students, we informally, this is very easy talk. But now make this is seriously. So I a little bit scared. So my title need to change. I'm 82 words. So how dare I make a Chinese? How dare? Maybe some psychologist, student psychologist, scholar here. My knowledge, psychologist. Yes, good. Very shadow. Anyway, all of them gave me such great encouragement. Even I'm not in this high level, I should try to do my best going this way. So thank you, everybody. In this school, it's 36 years. I talk with a girl, 36 years old, become old. They don't want to say 30 years old, no, it's 36 years. I remember I have 3 times gave a public speech at CIIS. First time I remember is 25 years ago. This time, lots of money. Rockefeller, money come to school. The school really become a very big. Lots faculty very happy because the salary change increase to not double, maybe three times. But some faculty go away. The vice president, the wife of the founder, Chaudhary, Bina, he leaves the school. So he worry, I go along with her, leave the school. So he donate $1,000 through school. He didn't say he donated. Ask me, practice my pronunciation. Then give me a lecture. When we give a lecture ceremony, $1,000. I'm sorry, this $1,000 may be waste. My pronunciation is same. But this lecture, I offer the first idea about integral life philosophy. Oh, I forgot this. I need to show you. Discuss the triangle about the integral life philosophy. You see, the 13 triangle. So some people say you is made is teach geometry, teach mathematics. This is the first time. Also discuss concern mind, because concern mind Tea Party only 2 years. So I very deep science beginner. He really concerned me. Then after 9 years, Rockefeller's money, no. McDonald's here on trouble. Okay. So financial trouble. So some faculty lay off. I'm one of them. But new dean, Janus Philip, he emphasized Chinese philosophy. He gave me title, Distinction Agent Faculty. After 3 years, he asked president change me back to core faculty. Then give me a research meeting. So I also gave a very short lecture, and then prepare. In this short lecture, I say, study philosophy is a way without return. The whole life goes this way. It's lonely and poor. Only my wife knows. He supported me, not without complaint. This is second time lecture. The third time this time, because a professor name is Shen Hoyong, visited professor here. He developed Jung psychology in China. So this December have a international conference, the seventh conference of Jung psychology. He invited me to read paper, but I don't know Jung. So I use this title. Then think about this outline. Then I discuss with my concern, my Tea Party student. They want me discuss this to them. This concern Tea Party also Chinese students. I say no, not only Chinese students. I have lots English students. So maybe move to school. So the first time in this school have concern my Tea Party. I want to show my teaching in this school because in school I meet many people. I don't know them. They also Dr. Wu, Professor Wu. So today I need to show them Dr. Wu, Professor Wu, what he teach. So also I thanks for them. Okay, it's 3 times. In this 36 years, first, because I don't know what integral study. I come here just Asian study, then change to integral study. So I don't know what integral meaning. Then flyer gave integral 4 definition. So I am very happy. I said, oh, West the student don't know too. Otherwise, why have a definition? So simple. Asian study for simple. So integral study very complex. Then later we have a curriculum. Jim Rand discuss integral study come from Indian, so Aurobindo, treasury, this history. Then I study some book of Aurobindo's book, Children's book. A little bit know what Indian integral study. Then I meet lots of my students, ask, they graduate, ask, what integral study? Yes, I don't know. So I suggest the former president, like a Brookfield. Brookfield. I say, the faculty need to discuss meeting. We need to give integral study methodology, method. So Jim Ryan, you need to put integral study as your methodology class. That the student write the dissertation, they know what integral study. Okay. So the president very happy. Say, okay, good. But after 3 weeks, he left the school. Nobody supported me this idea. So I go back to Chinese philosophy. Chinese say, suddenly I turn back, 蓦然回首. Suddenly I turn back, find, okay, integral study in Chinese philosophy. Whole Chinese philosophy integral studies. From the book of history, the I Ching, Lao Tzu, Zhuangzi, Confucius, also integral study. So I try to find that their integral study have some more form. So I build the form triangle. So these are first the form triangle took a Tao principle and use practice. Okay. So the wise people, the sage, they embody the Tao, build the philosophy, the theory. This theory should influence daily life, people's daily life. Influence people's daily life, also return to the Tao, one circle. Another way, the Tao already in daily life, people don't know. We practice Tao, we follow the Tao, but we don't know. Then the wise people philosophy get the experience, become a theory, become a principle, then go back to the Tao. Also the Tao not stay here. The Tao also go into people's life. Another circle. So these 2 circles help each other, influence each other. This I call integral life philosophy. So I added life because different from Indian integral study. Because this is a circle, this emphasizes life. Chinese philosophy is philosophy of life. So I added a life called integral life philosophy. Very simple. Then I think about the integral life philosophy, just triangle, we should have a method how to practice. Then 20 years ago, I wrote a book called Life Transformation. One article put these 5 triangles together. It's called Method of Transformation. also method of transformation of life. Transformation, this term, in Chinese philosophy we already have. Chinese is 画, 画. So this 画, Zhuangzi is major philosopher. Then Confucius, Mencius used too. So this 画 transformation in Chinese origin meaning, one is merger into heaven, 画 in heaven. One is teach, 教化, teach people, change people's life. This meaning. So this 画, most people translate change. Also, some people translate transformation, use English. But English transformation, change back to Chinese, we have two terms called 转化, 转. 转 is turn, change, 化. Two words, common words. Then I try find this transformation in Chinese and in English dictionary, in dictionary of psychology. Even they have transformation, but not clear. No method. Most talk about like physical nature, the butterflies transformation, no detail. So now I try make Chinese philosophy use the method of transformation detail by these 5 triangles. So now talk about transformation in Chinese philosophy. First, should break through two systems. Through systems difficult to communication. So break through these two systems. For example, yourself and the Tao, yourself and the nature, two systems. So this self, through for God self, this is Zhuangzi's term. For God self, breathe through yourself. Zhuangzi says, throw away your body, throw away your consciousness. Then you can go up into the Tao, merge with nature. Okay. So this yourself and nature can merge. This is transformation, not just meditation. This is for God self. Most people think it's meditation. Some meditation is just yourself. You should. So this transformation is open yourself, merge with nature. So when you forget yourself, you go into Tao. Then you go back to yourself. Not stay here. Be careful. If you stay here, not transform. So you go back to yourself, change yourself. This I call self-transformation, first transformation. Then second, use yourself with others, other thing, people, animal, two system. We need to break through. This Mencius once meet the Qi Xuan Wang, the king. Mencius said, I heard before you heard people carry an ox through your door. The ox cry, the son. You ask the people, why the ox cry? So I want to use the ox for offer sacrifice, killed. So the ox cry. Qi Xuan Wang said, I enduring this song of suffering, release the ox. But this people offer sacrifice very important. You want to release the ox, we don't need to do this ceremony? No. Qi Xuan said, change sheep. The people laughed. Sheep has life too. Ox has life too. Why you just change sheep? Mencius is very smart, very good. Because you heard the sun, you have a feeling. Sheep no sun. You do not hear. Sheep just image. So this at this moment, you heard the sun, then get your mind compassion. Then use this compassion mind, then you ascend to the Tao. Then go back to yourself. Then you know people's suffering. You can hear the suffering of people. Then you build a policy we call humanity government 人政. So change it yourself. Second way. The third, ourself study go into different theories. It's like philosophy, materialism, ideas, always argument, fight each other. But if you study the CIIS, you return to the Tao, translate this theory, Tao, then go back to yourself. I'll give a very simple sentence. Ideas, materials, how can merge together? Zen Buddhists is one sentence. Zen Buddhists have one sentence, name is ordinary mind is Tao. Ordinary mind is Tao. What do you mean ordinary mind is Tao? If you're hungry, you eat. If you're tired, sleep. Hungry, you want to eat materials. You're tired, sleep, ideas. This is just one sentence. Materials, ideas together. So no ideas. Tao, no ideas. No materials. So any theory, if going to Tao, merge together. No yin yang. Tao, Tai Chi, no yin yang. No yin yang. Okay. I will give you an example of the time. Return to Tao, return to simplicity. Simple is important. I just give a story, not a story, with my student. I say, once the husband go home, hungry, want to eat dinner, then find his wife not prepared. So he's hungry and angry. He criticize the wife. Whole day you at home. Do not know prepare dinner. I'm outside working very hard. Then the wife say, no, I whole day take my children, do this, do that. I'm very, very busy too. Okay, they argue. They build a system. Criticize him, criticize her, more. Then divorce. Cannot. If you return to first sentence, just I'm hungry, eat. Very simple, nothing. So return to the Tao, return to simplicity can solve any problem. Now come on. Okay, this is third transformation. The fourth transformation, righteousness. We go to righteousness. Righteousness is one of morality. Morality becomes trouble. Most people think, I'm right, you are wrong. This is morality. Never say, I'm wrong, you are right. No, this is not morality. So always, I'm right. Use this standard to judge other people. So this morality causes trouble. So then Freud say, okay, it's super ego. So if this righteousness very deep, going to Tao level, so more gentle, has no standard. Then this righteousness through Tao go to this self. Righteousness change to what? Change to benefit. Yi Jing said the great righteousness is harmony for benefit. So this righteousness originally suitable to everybody. Not just I have a standard. So this suitable everybody is benefit to everybody. So this is transform rightness into benefit, into profit. Everybody like. Okay. This is fourth transformation. The last one, we study knowledge. So knowledge have trouble is, we need knowledge. Knowledge always build a system. Knowledge have limitation. Dissertation also, limitation. So we need to break through this limitation, break through this system. Then we go to the Tao. So knowledge evaluate into the Tao level, then go back to yourself, become what? Become virtue and wisdom. So knowledge become virtue, wisdom. This is transform. Then this virtue and wisdom, recently I find very individually. Talk of virtue, wisdom, only you. Virtue is you, virtue. Virtue cannot transmit to you. Wisdom cannot transmit. But knowledge can teach you. 1 + 1 = 2. Everybody can. Virtue no. So change to self, become a virtue and wisdom. This virtue wisdom is individually wisdom, individually virtue. This 5 method. So this 5 method